Plant-based diets are hot right now with tons of people switching to vegan or vegetarian diets. But what about going the other way and going from vegetarian to butcher? That's what our next guest, Kate, did. She joins us now via Skype from the shop she co-owns in Denver, Colorado. Kate, thanks for being here. There's more to this story. Can you just tell us a little bit about how you went from being a lifelong vegetarian to now co-owning your own butcher shop?
Yeah, absolutely. So this story started when I was 5, and I decided to become a vegetarian after seeing the movie Babe. I was a sensitive kid and super moved by just the story of this little pig. Then, as I was going through college, became really interested in biology and in ecology, and I was looking at what I was going to do next, and I decided that I wanted to go into grassland management. And so that's just kind of looking at the different ways that we can use animals to help better manage the grasslands, which can be a really incredible resource for sequestering carbon. And right around that time, I was having some health issues. I was having some anxiety and some depression and some GI issues. And so I was kind of getting curious about this idea of how can we heal land and our bodies simultaneously. And I came to the idea of regenerative agriculture and eating meat that comes from farms that had used regenerative agricultural practices. And so I started eating meat after 15 years of being a vegetarian.
Can you tell us a little bit about how, in your own mind, you sort of balance this desire to be a steward for the environment, but also a shepherd for your own health?
We kind of start at Western Daughters with this idea that good food can be a byproduct of conservation, and that it sort of has 3 tenets. So it has to be good for the land, meaning that we're using regenerative agricultural practices, we're really giving back and helping to build soil health and soil nutrient density. It has to be good for the animal. So they have unfettered access to dirt and sunshine. They're eating a diet that is their natural diet. And so in the case of cattle, means that they're 100% grass-fed. For pork and chicken, that they're pasture-raised. Lamb, we also want to see 100% grass-fed. And then we want to see that it's good for the farmer. We spend about 10% of our income on food here in America, and about between 7 and 13 cents of every dollar we spend goes directly back to farmers. And so this is a farmer welfare issue as well. And so here at Western Daughters, we pay 50 cents of every dollar you spend back to farmers. And I think that when you mix those things together, and the really beautiful thing is that when you're working within these principles of regenerative agriculture or just really working within nature, you end up with a product that is by far and large so much healthier.
Can I ask how often you eat meat now?
Sometimes once a day, sometimes twice a day. No more than twice a day, though. I really believe in eating better meat less often. I think you can use smaller portions and get what you need that way.
Well, Kate, thank you so much for being with us today. Really appreciate your insight on this. And just to close, unequivocally, I would say I primarily eat plant-based now, and I like to eat the way they do in the zones of the world where people live to be 100 quite often. Right, and meat for them or any type of animal product is a treat, and it's ethically raised so that the quality of the meat is better. It's not, you know, a massive 30-ounce portion. It's smaller portions, and it's part of it can be part of a really healthy diet.
We know that you're going to get certain things from meats that you aren't necessarily going to get elsewhere, the iron, the vitamin B12. Are you switching a little over to more plant-based, doctor?
I do eat less meat, actually, I do. But I think I like the way you live because you'll say, or here, both of you, you'll say moderation is key. It's not as though you'll say, I'll never eat this or I'll never eat that. But, you know, it's just healthy overall.
But I'll give Kate credit because the way she's doing it certainly is the right way.